Hi everybody. I'm doing something new today. Mike and I have come up with an idea called Keeping Up with the Joneses. And what we want to do is just have a, maybe not daily, but kind of a regular video that we're going to send out. I'm not doing Facebook Live just yet because I'm still too nervous with that, and I need to be able to edit. So what we want to do though is we want to address some questions that everyone has that maybe you're just a little too nervous to ask and to reach out about, and these are things that everyone needs to know in regards to the home buying process. So the first thing that we were talking about this morning, we thought it would be a good idea to address saving money. Saving money is something that all of us probably need to just improve on, if we're being honest. So I put together a little list, just 7 things to kind of share with you, and hopefully it'll be helpful. And the first thing is rethinking our needs versus our wants. If we're being quite honest, there's a lot of things that we say we need, and we don't need those things. We don't need to go to Starbucks every day. We don't need Chick-fil-A every day. And we don't need to buy a new outfit every time we get paid. These are wants. And just really being honest with yourself, even making a list and thinking about, what am I spending money on every day, and what does that add up to? You may be buying $5 meal every day or $6 meal every day. Let's just multiply that by 30 and think about how much money you could actually save just by eliminating that one thing, or just reducing the number of times that you do that. Number 2, forget about keeping up with the Joneses. Not these Joneses, of course. We want you to, stay in touch with us, but the term keeping up with the Joneses, and let's be honest, a lot of us are quite concerned about appearances and how it looks, and the car that we drive, and where we live. And where you live is certainly important, but does it have to be the biggest house on the block? Do you need to be the biggest fish in a small pond? No one pays our bills but us. And so those are the things that we really need to think about. Is it important to save money versus buying the most expensive or the most impressive thing? I'm a big fan of Goodwill. I'm not ashamed to say I love it. I love garage sales. I love bargains, and it gives me such a just a thrill to know that I saved my money. And you can find some very nice things just with being a little creative and being open-minded. And this goes a long way in terms of being able to keep that money in your pocket, still be able to shop, and still be able to have nice things that you want, but without breaking your bank. And then number 3, use cash. This is a big thing. Mike and I have gone around about this. I really believe in using cash. Today everyone has debit cards, and it's very tempting to swipe the card for everything. But if you make the habit of, when you get paid, take out the cash that you need, budget it out, and budget out your gas, your grocery, a little extra cash just for things that you want to buy and enjoy. And do that. Have a set amount as best as you can. And then what you'll find is, when that cash is gone, you're able to say, I'm done spending. My money is gone and I'm done spending. And that's really the best way, because with swiping the debit card, 2 things happen. 1, you lose track of how much money you're actually spending. And 2, you run the risk of, by not keeping up with your budget and not keeping up with what you're spending, you run the risk of maybe having overdraft, which is a very bad thing, because when you're qualifying for a loan, your bank statements matter. You're going to need at least 2 bank statements, and what lenders don't want to see is non-sufficient funds, because that tells them that you don't have enough money for your lifestyle, that you're living above your means. Cash is king. Credit is queen, and it's very important to keep your credit good, but cash is king. Keep the cash in your pocket, and therefore you're able to adhere to your budget. And then number 4, this is my own personal opinion. Aldi's is not paying me, but I love Aldi's or Lidl's. And A lot of times people, we sleep on Aldi's a little bit because we think that it's not as fancy or it's not as nice of a store. But let me tell you, Aldi's has organic food. They have gluten-free. They have all the things that everyone is really looking for now, and fresh produce, all of those. And why am I talking so much about Aldi's? I found that it is a very good money saver. You can join Sam's Club or Costco, but for everyday shopping and meal planning, find a grocery store where you can buy things, the supplements, the kids' snacks, and all of those. There's such a savings by doing that. And then maybe if you have some special items that you like to buy, then go and buy those from Harris Teeter or from Publix or wherever is your favorite. But just trying to find a store where you can really maximize the savings is a big deal. And on that note, where are we? 5, meal plan. It's not just for losing weight. Planning meals, I have found, if you just decide what you're going to buy for the week as much as you can, go out, go grocery shopping, buy those things, because that keeps you eating at home, and that is very important. At the end of the day, when you're tired and you're on your way home from work, you don't want to go home and cook. But if you've planned your meals and you have decided what you're going to get and you stuck to that list, you maybe have a chance to just go home and warm it up. It makes a big difference. Because I know for our family of 6 that are at home, we'll Salem's out, but just a simple meal is going to cost no less than $30, but more likely closer to $50. Just bringing home food for everyone to eat and be full. And quite honestly, that is something that you can avoid if you just really try to be disciplined with that. And then another one, cut the cord. We recently cut our relationship with Time Warner Cable, and if any of y'all have Time Warner Cable, or Spectrum is what they're called now, you understand that the struggle is very, very real. The bill had gone so high that we just decided there has to be something better that we can do, and we were able to find an alternative, and I'm quite sure that you can find what works for you, but it's such a huge savings for going from $240 something a month to a third of that has been a big deal. And that savings there, just about $100 or $200 a month, you would be amazed at how much you can save just by doing that much. And then last but not least, we all love our cell phones, but find a different plan. You can have your Apple or your iPhone, you can have Samsung, your Galaxy, your Android. I'm an Android girl and I love my phone, but I have had a monthly plan for at least 8 years now. And I started doing it to save money, and I have just decided to keep doing it because I don't want to have to pay extra fees for extra services, and I don't want to have to pay for my phone every month on my phone bill. Find a phone that you can buy and then pay a monthly plan, and you would be amazed. My phone bill is less than $60 a month, and I use my phone for absolutely everything, but it's a major savings. So I hope that these tips have helped you. Just figured that this should be the first one out, and I want to try to do something that's really going to be practical and helpful, and I would love it if y'all would let me know, give me some feedback, and tell me what you think. I'm on my way to my next showing right now. We just did a closing for first-time home buyers, and they had to prepare for a year to get here, but y'all, they got here, and it was wonderful. So I would love for this to be you sooner than later. Bye.